Creed 3 is the directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan, and I couldn't think of a better way to showcase your skills as a filmmaker because this film was fucking phenomenal. This is going to be a shorter review than usual because I got some stuff going on, but I just wanted to quickly discuss my thoughts on this film because I think it's fucking fantastic. The story of this film is that Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed is near the end of his career. He's living a happy life. He had a fulfilling career. But a friend from his past, Damien, arrives and he wants to get back into the ring. He was a known boxer as a younger kid when he was 18, but he did something that got him thrown in prison. So 18 years later, he wants to get back into the ring. But some of their past is coming back and it's going to affect their friendship. And so, as like the trailer show, they're going to have to fight. And I think this film did everything it needed to do, and it did things I didn't know it would have done. In terms of the filmmaking, in terms of the story, in terms of the outcome. And there's a lot of heavy emotions at play here. There's a lot of emotions between the friendship of Adonis and Damien. There's a lot of emotion between Adonis and Bianca, his wife, and especially him, Adonis, and his daughter. And there's fun correlations at play between why Adonis wants to fight and wants to continue to fight and how that relates to his daughter and how he wants to raise her up, being her father. And what's the right way to raise her, and is he wanting to teach her how to fight? There's just a lot of fun correlations between that, and the strongest aspect of this film that isn't the boxing scenes, which I'll get to in a moment, is that relationship between Adonis and Damien. There's a lot of fun and sort of emotionally distraught and heartbreaking scenes in there between those two because you can tell they have great chemistry with each other, and Jonathan Majors is fantastic in the role. I thought he did an excellent job. And that he's just this giant beefcake and he's so ripped, and he was easily the best part of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, which sucked. But Jonathan Majors did an excellent job both physically and emotionally for this character Damien. Now, we all know why everyone comes to see these movies. They want to see dope boxing scenes. Creed had them. Creed 2 definitely had them with a lot of strong, heavy emotions. And this film, I think, is the best in the trilogy because of the emotions at play and because of the style of Michael B. Jordan as a director. Now, there's been a lot of interviews saying that how he's been inspired by anime. And you can clearly see it with a lot of the camera angles, with a lot of the shot compositions, and with what Adonis does as a character. There's moments where time is slowed down a bit and you can see him analyzing muscles on his opponents, and it does certain other, I don't want to spoil it, but there's certain shots and angles and the camera movements, and there's one beautiful shot in the third act that really showcases just how much control and how much inspiration Michael B. Jordan has from anime. And I've been getting a lot more into anime, and I've always appreciated it, but as I'm getting more into it, I can see that inspiration, and I can see how it's making this film feel so much different than other films. That and the boxing scenes are so intense, not just because it's two guys beating the shit out of each other. It's because of that heavy emotion between these two characters, Adonis and Damien, especially in the third act. Let me tell you something. During the third act, something happened to me that hasn't happened since 2019's Avengers Endgame. My body went numb. My entire body from head to toe went numb. I had to control my breathing. I was breathing very heavily, and my heart was pounding extremely fast, and I could feel it because, not just because of the fight, but because of what Michael B. Jordan decided to do as a director. What stylistic and artistic choices he chose to showcase during this final fight. It's truly something special. It really is. And it made me hungry. as a filmmaker. It made me want more. It made me want to make something just as good as that or even better. And it's a very heavy source of inspiration for me now. I did something. I put it in my favorite lists on my Letterboxd. It's that damn good to me. I enjoyed this film that damn much. This film did something to me. And then it just made me cry too. Just seeing the outcome of the fight and seeing those artistic choices and how intense that fight was at the end. Not just because of the two guys beating each other up, very, very bloody and very violent, and socks to the faces and socks to the rib cages and stuff. No, it was more than that. It was the emotion at play. It was why these two characters were fighting. It's what they were fighting for, what they wanted from it. It was so much. And I really want to watch this film again. I highly encourage checking this out in IMAX because it really, really showcases how beautiful this film looks. Other than the boxing scenes, there's a lot of great looking shots in this film. I think the cinematography is great. The lighting is excellent. The camera movements, not even just the boxing scenes and just other scenes in general, they're phenomenal. It's a beautiful looking movie. It's a great sounding movie too. And although I can't remember the score, I just remember it feeling so appropriate during those scenes, adding to the emotion, adding to the weight. Creed 3 is masterful. It is a visual spectacle. It is tense. It is heavy with emotions. And I can't commend this film enough anymore. I'm excited to rewatch it. And it's funny enough because the same thing happened to me when I watched The Batman last year on the same day. It's my cousin's birthday too, but March 4th, 2022 was the opening day for The Batman. I watched it that night when I got off of work, and my view on film changed from that. Not just film in general, but like superhero films and what they could be. March 4th, 2023 is when film changed for me as well. Again, watching Creed 3. I'm giving Creed 3 an A+. It does so much right. I see no issues with it. There's no pacing struggles. There's no characters that seem unnecessary. Everything that's there is there. And I can't commend it anymore. Michael B. Jordan, you knocked it out of the park. I put it in my favorites films list because it's such a heavy inspiration for me now. And no other film besides Endgame has done that to me. Has made me feel numb. Has made me breathe heavily and feel those emotions. This is one of those films that inspires me. So that's the review for Creed 3. Tell me what you thought about it in the comments below if you've seen it. Tell me if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give this video a like and share it with your friends. All that fun jazz. And I'll be back with more enjoyable content like this. Maybe once I see it again, I'd like to re-review it again so I can talk more about spoilers and whatnot. So I can discuss the more artistic choices that Michael B. Jordan did. But aside from that, thanks for watching this video, and I'll be back with more enjoyable content like this. So, bye.